Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsolicited Bourbon Reviews, episode 63, and today we'll be reviewing Heaven's Door Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And this is actually going to be a cask strength single barrel or store pick I got from the liquor store that I get everything from. So a little bit about this. So Heaven's Door is another one of those celebrity collaboration spirit companies. So this one happens to be endorsed, co-owned by rock and roll legend Bob Dylan, and the name is homage to his Knocking on Heaven's Door song that he released, and to which he actually won a Grammy for. So about this, so he partnered up with a spirits company, and so conceptually what they do is they have a lineup. So they have a rye, a straight bourbon, and a double barrel or a double oaked, and then they do some barrel picks and some limited releases and things of that nature. But this is another company that does sourcing, so they don't make their own distillate, so they use a lot of MGPs or other sourced whiskeys, and then they craft distill it. And so I think, one of the more unique aspects of Heaven's Door is they don't have just one master distiller in terms of like who actually makes the decision. So it's actually an ongoing collaboration with a whole litany of master distillers. So, over time, I think depending on the bottle, like you're not always going to get the same consistency. It's always going to be changed. So depending on, for example, which barrel it is, how it's done, even though it's part of the lineup, say it's the bourbon or the rye, not one bottle is, equal. So I think that's really cool, in terms of their approach to making whiskey. So they're out of Memphis, Tennessee. And so you'll notice in the bottle, another cool thing that I thought that was interesting. So each bottle has a design, and it's basically things that Bob Dylan has made himself out of scrap metal and iron. So I guess he does a lot of metal welding, and each bottle has a different different design of something that he's crafted himself. So enough about kind of the backstory on it with Heaven's Door. I know a while back I was asked about it, and I've had their double barrel before. I think it's really good. So it was enticing for me to go ahead and get the store pick or the cask strength. So this the age is undisclosed. They don't have any age information on any of their stuff. They do have a 10-year that's out, but the regular lineup of their barrel picks, they don't have a lot of information on, but they do have the breakdown of what, the mash bill is, and who the cooperage and, the char level and the toast. So this is a 80% corn, 10% rye, and 10% malted barley. It is distilled in Tennessee, warehouse W6. Rick level 8. Kelvin was a guy that worked on this, and then the toast is a medium plus. So what that tells us is it's going to be on the sweeter side because it's really heavy on the corn, less on the rye, less on the malted barley. It's a medium plus char. So again, when we double toast or extra toast those barrels, it extracts more of the sugars out of the wood. So in turn, as the distillate or as the whiskey or bourbon finishes, it's going to be on the sweeter side. So, but enough about that. We'll pour it, we'll talk about it, we'll rate it, and then we'll go ahead and send you all on your merry way. So this is a little bit on the darker side. So I would say this is probably at least a 4-year. It wouldn't surprise me if it's anywhere from 4 to 6. But this is a cask strength. So you're right off the nose. So it's 120.2 proof, so which is 60% alcohol. You do get a little bit of ethanol on there, but it's not overbearing. But you do get it, and then kind of what jumps out is a lot of oak, a lot of vanilla. I do get some dried fruit, maybe kind of an apricot smell, like a dried apricot, like you get like a trail mix. And we'll go ahead and give it a sip. First sip, you get a lot of oak, kind of a chocolate finish, kind of gets into cinnamon, which is, so you do get that, you do taste a little bit of rye that's in there, and it kind of levels out to a nice caramel, buttery, vanilla taste, towards the end. So it's really, really nice, smooth drinker. especially for 120 proof, smooth. So again, we talked about the kind of the alcohol, the ethanol on the nose, actual taste and finish. So you get that, it's nice, it's warm, but it's not really aggressive in terms of the alcohol content when it's actually on your palate. I'll go ahead and give it another sip. Again, you do get that cinnamon bite on it, and then it kind of levels out to more caramel, a little bit of that dried fruit on the nose, and then I think it's like very kind of butterscotch vanilla kind of caramel. It's sweet, really nice, easy sipping whiskey. So we'll go ahead and rate it. Price point is around $55. I'd say this is worth it. So I give that probably 7. Taste, I give it 8. So this is going to be a 7.5. Definitely recommend buying it, especially we're apprehensive towards celebrity picks. So I appreciate it, guys. Talk